It wasn't even really
That's not even that kind of zombie. It
Yeah.
is. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Ouch! Yeah, that's just too over. That's too much.
It's too much, Foxy.
What's it called? That's overacting. Yeah.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe at the end, definitely.
But yeah, the flop. Yeah, you should have gotten right up. That one should have been it.
3, 2, 1. Hi, everybody! It's Foxy.
And Kitty.
And this is Foxy and Kitty Adventures. And it's Tuesday again.
It is.
And we saw a movie again.
Yes, we did. And it was amazing. What did we see?
We saw Overlord.
Yes.
Which has 3 of my favorite things. Which are awesome stunts, zombies, and punching Nazis.
Oh, or blowing up their heads.
Well, you know, I'm an equal opportunity Nazi destroyer. I don't really care how you do it. Just, you know.
Yep.
Punch a Nazi.
And these were very, very special zombies. I loved how they did it. Like, yeah. I loved it.
It's a good movie. I actually really, of course, this is exactly what I like. I like Second World War, pulp action. This was kind of billed, I think, more as a zombie movie, and I felt that it was more like a traditional horror movie set in World War II with a fairly large budget.
Well, though.
Yeah, let's get to the particular. This was produced by J.J. Abrams. He definitely has his fingerprints on it.
And
director Julius Avery, his first time with a big budget movie like this, has a few features that he's directed.
I think they did a great job.
Mm-hmm. He got good performances out of all his actors.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a lot of good stuff to work with. So Billy Ray and Mark L. Smith wrote the script. They have been working for a long time. Mark L. Smith wrote The Revenant. Billy Ray has stuff back to the 90s. Volcano, if anybody remembers that one with Tommy Lee Jones from 1999. The Volcano under Los Angeles. Lots of horror, kind of disaster stuff. War. Both of them have a lot of war films on their resume. Yeah, pretty interesting. So I guess we'll go down the cast list and right. So the lead in this one was Jovan Adepo, who played Boyce, American GI, seeing combat for his first time as a paratrooper in Normandy during the invasion of France in 1944.
One of the things that I loved about, I guess I would say like the top 4 or 5 characters was they were interchangeable and they kind of shared the lead. Like there was no just one person, you needed each and every one of them. And there were the ones that were like the grunts, but...
There was definitely... this was a teamwork thing because it's a war movie and that's a big part of it.
They did it really well.
Clear kind of like, clear cut.
Yep.
Protagonist in this one was definitely Boyce.
I find movies tend to jumble that up though, like when they're trying to make it kind of equal for your leads.
I didn't really feel like that was the case in this one.
Oh, I did?
No, he was definitely the protagonist and he definitely drove the action. 100%.
I felt that all 3, because like once Olivier came in, like it just completed the whole...
Oh yeah, and they're all major characters.
Yes.
But Boyce is the protagonist, and he drives the story and his decisions
so
make the story happen.
I guess my comparison is into, like you were saying earlier, it was like Inglourious Bastards, where Brad Pitt was just the lead. That's it. Like,
well, he was the main actor, but he wasn't the protagonist in that film.
You can have more than one protagonist.
Yeah, and Inglourious Bastards is a bad example because its script's kind of shitty.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, what I mean is like one. It doesn't matter if they're the hero or whatever. There's a person who's like obviously in the lead, but in this movie it was more balanced. Is what I'm saying.
I disagree, but that's okay. You can tell us what you think in the comments.
Please comment, yes.
Is there a single protagonist in Overlord or not?
Oh, there's definitely an antagonist. That's for sure.
the antagonist, Vafna.
He was played by Pilo Asbeck.
That's pretty good.
Also known as Euron Greyjoy from
Game of Thrones. He was creepily villainous without taking it into cartoon territory until it needed to go to cartoon territory.
It felt like he could have been, what's his name? The guy who made Reek in... Like, it felt like he could go that far. That was, like, good at...
Well, it kind of does. Yeah.
At one point in the Draco.
Later,
2 points.
later down the road.
Alright. You'll get it if you see it.
Yeah. Ford was played by Wyatt Russell. He
Yes.
was the kind of mentor character to Boyce. He was the rough combat soldier.
Yeah, he was in charge afterwards. After
The beginning.
After
He
the
ends up in
beginning.
charge of the squad.
he was very much a leader, whereas he listened
Mhm.
to everybody, and they made like when they were
He was a pretty layered character.
there was a point where they all needed to make a decision together, and it was nice to see that.
So Boyce stands up to him at one point and kind of like does the right thing, and they all go forward to do the right thing. One of your favorites was Chloe.
Yes, Mathilde Olivier. She portrayed very well how the French were during World War. She was very family oriented, very tough, very like she did what she had to survive.
Like she was in some very challenging scenes. She played them really well. I thought that was really solid. The backup cast of soldiers, John Magaro, Ian de Castecker, and Dominic Applewhite.
They were funny and cute, and
they all had personalities.
Yeah, I loved them. Each of
they were a little bit stereotypical. There was like the Italian guy who was kind of sarcastic. There was the Jewish guy who was like, "What will happen if the Nazis get me?"
Yeah.
And there was the
they did get him.
Yeah, they did get him. What was the other one? Oh no, that was it. There were only 4 of them.
But there was the creepiest of all is the 8-year-old.
Oh yeah, the kid.
The kid. Oh my god, he was an amazing actor. Like this kid's gonna go far.
Job. Yeah. It was that kind of is a good point because it takes us into how the movie was put together and the tone. The tone of this movie was interesting because going in, you're like, okay, Nazi zombies. But there are no zombies really until the midpoint. And the squad ends up in this little town where their objective is. And the tone of the movie is like, there are Nazis outside and that's scary. And everything is kind of creepy. Everybody's kind of on edge. You find out that, people have been disappearing.
Yep.
The Nazis have been doing stuff. But like, everybody kind of knows that the Nazis were into like weird, creepy experiments on people. So it's nothing really like groundbreaking from that, and then you get into like what's really going on and how that all comes down. And
it also plays on Hitler wanting to breed super soldiers.
Yeah,
and
it's not.
It's not that far.
I guess it's.
I like
let's
how they
be
made
honest.
it.
As a
zombie.
Come on. As a script, it's not the most advanced concept in the universe.
I liked how they executed it.
But it was a very well executed Nazi punching affair. Cinematography was Laurie Rose and Fabian Wagner, who is on Game of Thrones.
They had this amazing single shot near the end, and
when he's running out of the.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
you'll keep your eyes out for it. It was
near the end.
That's hard
really
to
good.
do.
There were a couple long sequential shots that were really good.
Yep.
There were lots of actually solid jump scares.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably gonna go to.
That was nice, and some of them were from the kid.
Yeah, that's kind of what was so funny is that before like the zombies kind of really happen, the creepiness is delivered kind of by the kid and kind of by like. And like the sick people, not like so much where we end up going, right?
Yeah.
And then it just kind of gets much darker after that, and I kind of like that in my horror/thriller.
It's definitely gory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally. It earned its 18A.
There's things that you'll feel.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yep.
Among lots of things.
Kind of like Saw made me feel things. I
didn't
like
like
them
Saw.
all. I like them all.
Did not watch that.
Just because of the gore and just
9.
how it made me feel. I'm
9.
like, there's so few things that can do that to me. I mean,
Okay. Anything else you want to talk about? Oh, we got to do a rating. If you like punching Nazis, 5 stars.
Yeah.
If you are a Nazi or Nazi adjacent, go fuck yourself.
Don't put that. No. Before you start talking, let me get back up here.
We're
5
back.
stars. That was.
Yeah, if
So-
you like punching Nazis, 5 stars. For sure. If you're just kind of like on the fence about punching Nazis, go fuck yourself. Just kidding.
Stop saying that! Why is it so funny?
Because it's both sincere and outrageous. Okay, my rating is I would have seen this on opening night and again on Cheap Tuesday because this is totally my bag because of the Nazi punching.
I feel like
Among
I
others.
wish this would have come out before Halloween. This would have been pretty good for Halloween.
This would have been a good Halloween. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
This would have been a really good Halloween movie to do, but we get it in mid-November instead, and it's a pretty decent Remembrance Day movie, all things considered.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, we
You
got
know what?
Armistice Day, and
Yeah.
we've got Remembrance Day, which we've kind of folded World War II into in Canada.
Lest we forget.
Yes, all those people who died for our freedom to make this YouTube video looking like weirdos and talking about punching Nazis. I'm not going to let that one go. I loved it. So anyways, and the special effects and the stunts were great.
Yep.
Mm.
They were.
Fantastic action. It was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Comment and tell us which character you thought, if there is a solid protagonist or not, if you've seen this
Yeah.
movie.
Or,
There is, I'm right.
and please like if you enjoyed this.
Like,
and
share, love us.
Yes, and don't forget to subscribe for more quirky FoxxC and Kitty adventures.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
We'll be back with more.
Yes, we will. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.